out the door, along with former Houston Oilers Pro Bowler John Henry Mills. Skills, thanks for having you here today. Glad you could be here.
Thanks. It's a pleasure being here, Butch.
Okay, let's talk about our big game today. Of course, for T.C. Taylor, the head coach at Jackson State, he's trying to win his 8th game of the season. He's been very successful so far. But on the other side, a lot on the line for Alcorn State. They're still in the race for a division championship. As you can see, Alcorn and Prairie View all tied at 5-2 in the conference play. Prairie View, however, they have the tiebreaker. So if both teams win, Prairie View will be the champion in the West. Alcorn must win, and Prairie View must lose for Alcorn State to be the champion. So we will definitely keep an eye on that Prairie View game. As for our game here between Jackson State, we start with the visitors. A player you may want to keep an eye on is quarterback Aaron Allen for Alcorn State. He reminds me of a quarterback you used to play with kind of many moons ago as Warren Moon. He spins it like Warren.
Definitely. He's very poised in the pocket. He's a coachable player, better passer than runner, but he's really good, exciting.
And on the other side, for the homestanding Jackson State Tigers, it's Jacobian Morgan. He's only started about 4 games this year, but this guy's a big, strong, physical presence, and he's definitely made an impact.
He's definitely made an impact. He reminds me of quarterback Dante Culpepper back in my day. He's a goal line runner. I can't wait to see him score some touchdowns today.
We're getting set for the Soul Bowl today. Jackson State actually leads the series versus Alcorn State. 48 wins to 37 losses. Only 2 ties in the series. And, of course, for head coach Fred McNair, this is a very big game for his ball club. Fred in his 7th season as head coach. You actually played with his brother with the Oilers, right? You and Steve were teammates.
Yes, sir.
Tough player, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a tough player, big player, very dynamic. God rest his soul.
Yes, Fred just as tough. And on the other side, we got T.C. Taylor, the head coach for the Jackson State Tigers. Of course, he replaces Deion Sanders, and he's had a very successful first year. Of course, coming in this year to this game, T.C. Taylor with a 7-3 record going for 8 number win today. Of course, they did not win the East. That honor went to Florida A&M. They're the champions in the East this year, so that stops a 2-year run by Jackson State as the champions in the East. So Alcorn State 6-4 overall, 5-2. We talked a little bit about it on the top. They're tied with Prairie View A&M. They have to win and then see what happens in that Prairie View game.
They definitely have to win, come out with a win. But, one has to win, one has to lose. We'll see what happens today.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be one of those type of games. And again, no love lost here. This is a rivalry game when you talk about these two teams. And they come out, and we mentioned the records. And even though Steve McNair is playing for the West Division Championship, Jackson State wants to get out of here with a win. They have some of the best fans in the SWAC as we look at our impact players brought to you by GM. You can see, of course, for the Braves, Jarvion Howard at running back and Keenan Leachman at safety. Leachman had one of the incredible games a couple of weeks ago, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He was awesome. Howard is just a tough-nosed running back. He's tough to stop. And on the other side, for Jackson State, you have Fabian McCray at wide receiver and then Isaac Peppers. Isaac Peppers is one of those old throwback linebackers.
Oh, yes, definitely. Hard hitter, very hard-nosed guy.
So we expect to see those 4 players all over the field today making a big impact on our game. As you look at the sidelines, that is the starting quarterback. That is the linebacker. That is Arrington, the linebacker for Jackson State. These double numbers will get you every once in a while, but that was Khalil Arrington on the sidelines as we get set to start this ball game down at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. And you know what? As you see that the players get at midfield for the coin toss and we're awaiting the opening kickoff, what does it feel like when you're getting ready to play a big game with so much on the line like it is for Alcorn State today?
I mean, it's such a family atmosphere, first of all, let me tell you. So there's no love lost. So you want to obviously beat your brother at all costs if it's in the family. But this game right here has a lot of rivalry and a lot of things that's counting on today. So it's just one of those rivalry games we're looking for.
Let's check out our keys to the game presented by GM. And, of course, for the Alcorn Braves, first one is a no-brainer. Forget about the nightmare in Houston last week when they lost to Texas Southern 44-10. You can't even be thinking about that. You have to keep your confidence up. And the second one is don't scoreboard watch. because there's a tendency to see what's going on in the Prairie View game when you have to take care of your business first.
Definitely. This is a big game for these seniors, and I think these seniors are going to come out on top.
So you see ALCORN in the goal uniforms. They will check out our keys to the game now for the Tigers from Jackson State. And their backfield, that three-headed backfield, must have a lot of success running the ball. They will work them in and out of the game. And the second thing is their defense has to stay opportunistic. That defense for Jackson State has forced so many turnovers this year. I mean, they've been outstanding in giving the football to the offense in great field position.
Yes, sir.
As we get set for the opening kickoff, ALCORN State will kick it off to Jackson State. So the Tigers will go on offense first in this ball game. Our kicker is Noah Kiani. He will get us underway. You see ALCORN State there in the goal with the purple numbers. On the other side, Jackson State is wearing the dark uniforms. And this game promises to be as advertised. We expect a big shootout here and expect a hard-fought game for T.C. Taylor, we mentioned on the top. In his first year at Jackson State as Noah Keone kicks it off. And we are underway in Jackson, Mississippi. Ball scooped up around the 11-yard line. And here comes the return for the Tigers from Jackson State. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at around the 24-yard line. So that is where we will get our first look at the Tigers on offense. And, of course, leading that offense will be Jacobian Morgan. He's the big 6'4", 230-pound quarterback. He's a redshirt junior. There he is right there. He's a young man, as you can see, 6'4", 227. He's from Mississippi. Interesting story there. Jackson State actually recruited him hard. Syracuse came in, picked him up, took him away. He goes up to Syracuse, starts a couple of games as a freshman, and then decided he didn't like it. So he comes back, and you know what? T.C. Taylor stayed in touch with the family. So he comes back, and he starts it off with the run, and he hands to Seven McGee. He's going to pick up a couple of tough yards inside. But just to put a bow on that story about Jacobian Morgan, T.C. Taylor said the whole time he was at Syracuse, we kept in touch with the family. We said, hey, look, if he ever wants to come back, let him come back. He decided to come back, and now he's at Jackson State. And there he is on the keeper, but a good reaction there by that defense from ALCORN State as they reacted quickly to the ball. Andrew Cole, one of the tacklers, on the stop. So that's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 9. So 2 plays net a yard for Jackson State. So that's a big down early in this game.
Mm-hmm. Big down. I mean, obviously you can see that was a draw, but Big Cole there, he was standing, holding his own ground. He read it all the way.
So Morgan now 3rd and 8 actually is the down. Morgan in the pocket under pressure, spins away, still on his feet. Now he's going to tuck it, and he is caught and dropped. A big play by Robert McDaniel, who chased him down from behind. But what a great play by that ALCORN State defense. And let's take a look at that again. As you can see, great athletic ability by Morgan.
Definitely.
To get out of it.
The running back came up and tried to pick up the blitz right there, but that linebacker kept his eye on it, spied that quarterback, came up with a big play.
And McDaniel tracked down the big quarterback, pulled him down, so Jackson State will have to punt it away. That will bring on Matt Knoll to kick the ball to the Braves. Knoll gets the line drive kick off.
Great punt.
Great kick indeed.
Great punt, a little rugby-style punt but they covered the ball well. He made that guy fair catch.
Yeah, it chased Malik Rogers, had to go back a little bit, but he made the fair catch and he hung on. So you would have to say, after one possession, no ill effects from last week for ALCORN State. You know, you saw Texas Southern put 44 points on the board against them, but they come out today and they look strong on that first defensive series. But now, let's see what Aaron Allen and the offense can do for the Braves from ALCORN State. You can see his numbers from last week versus Texas Southern. 19 of 40, 259. Did have the one interception, but notably missing right there was a touchdown. Did not have a touchdown pass last week. So he's going to go to work. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Allen rolls and dumps it off to his back, who really had nowhere to go. Just dumped it off to Jarvion Howard. And a good defensive play right there by Tim Stewart from Jackson State.
Probably better that he did drop that because it would have been a tackle for a loss right there. So, he might have batted it down just so he wouldn't have that tackle for a loss.
You know that punt by Matt Knoll? 45 yards on the play, so that's how you kind of flip the field. Even though Alcorn State is starting in great field position, still a good punt for Jackson State. So make it 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Comes back, gives this one to Howard. Howard just banging off of tackles inside, man. This guy is a tough runner when he has the football.
Oh, my God. Great run, great blocking scheme up front, a little zone blocking up front. What a great cut. That kid has some good...
And what you can see just a little bit of his physicality right here. Just dancing off of people. And he's just a load. Tony O'Doyle finally stopped him. Now we have a 3rd and manageable situation for the Braves. Let's call it 3rd and 5 as they try to keep this drive alive. Allen at quarterback. And this is a situation where they've been really dangerous because they have such a good running game. They can run or pass. A lot of balance for the Braves. Allen to throw it. Has his man open. That is Akeem McNair, the coach's son. And we'll see where they spot it. He got up near the first down. He was very close there. And it all depends on where they put it down.
That's where he received the ball. He got the first down right there. It's just he just drove him back. That's the only reason why it looked like he didn't get it. But he definitely was at the sticks.
So a good conversion right there for the Braves on their first opportunity. So 1st and 10 now. The football resting at about the 44-yard line. Excuse me, the 45-yard line. And it's going to be Allen to throw it again. Cranks it downfield. Has a man up there, and he just shoots it over his head. A little contact on the play, but no foul call. He was trying to get the ball to Montario Hunt. Good coverage on the play by Jackson.
Definitely great blocking in the front. Take a shot on the first down, got a little chance. Definitely some contact there. That should have been a flag right there.
That was Jalen Hughes for Jackson State back in the coverage. And it goes down, as what do they like to say, no harm, no foul on that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
They're letting them play today.
Going to be a physical game, 2nd and 10 for the Braves. Aaron Allen to air it out again. Rolls a little to his right, then he throws it underneath. Has Howard. First man never gets him. Howard still on his feet. He's going to turn that into a 7-yard gain after breaking that initial tackle.
Unbelievable run. That kid is very hard to bring down. And as you can see, he's very physical for special.
And as we take another look, took a quick look downfield, but he wanted to go underneath the whole way. So now they're looking at 3rd and 3 to convert that for a first down. And you'd have to say it's been an impressive start so far for Alcorn State. They're playing like a team with a lot on the line. We'll talk about that more in a minute. 3rd and 3. Again, he dumps it off underneath to the big running back. Howard has the first down, and he's pushed out of bounds. So Jarvion Howard, the big focus of the offense early in this game. They're giving it to him on the ground. He's catching the football out of the backfield, so he's obviously a big factor early in this ball game.
Yes, sir.
So a big first down for the Braves from Alcorn State. Allen looking to throw it again, going deep. Down the sideline, has a man, and that's a completed pass. A great catch down the sideline by Malik Rogers. But how about that pass from Aaron Allen? Put that right on the money.
Definitely. I thought he was more of a runner than a passer, but he looks really good right here. Looks like they're taking a shot at first down again, and they got it. A little more contact, but he fought through that, came down with the pass.
Yeah, a little pull there by Hazel on the jersey. It wasn't called. Big play. And they go back on the ground. They give it to Howard. He takes it down to about the 2, but there was a flag on the play. We'll have to see what that was about. It was on the side by one of the side judges.
Got to be a neutral ball foul, must be, if the referee called that fast. So we'll see.
What a great pass. I told you, watch Aaron Allen's delivery. To me, it reminds me of Warren Moon, the way he spins that ball. And now they're going to just put it back. So obviously they picked it up.
No foul.
Our referee today is Bobby Wright. And they go to the tush push.
Yes.
And he didn't get much there, maybe down to the 1 yard line. But how the play that the Philadelphia Eagles have made famous now, and everybody's trying to run it. And now you got ALCORN State there with a little bit, but we do have a flag this time. Bobby Wright, our referee, calling Jackson State for being offsides on the play, so it's going to push them a little closer to the goal line.
Okay. Thompson and Webb, hey, they didn't give up any ground there on that tush push. Some big guys down underneath there.
Yeah, Drew Thompson. He's a young man. He's had himself quite a season, big number 90. I mean, he has 3.5 sacks so far this year, the big transfer from Florida State. So 2nd and goal now. ALCORN State goes back inside to Howard. Howard to the goal line, and then he's pushed back again. So that defensive line, once again, held up strong for Jackson State. Big 99, Jeremiah Williams.
Yes, sir. He carries a load, let me tell you.
Jeremiah Williams, 6'3", 285. He's a sophomore. And now that's going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Braves. The one thing they wanted to do coming into this game was to make sure they converted in the red zone when they had opportunities. This is a huge opportunity early. 3rd and goal for ALCORN State. Aaron Allen on the keeper. They go to the tush push. And it's going to be close, man. He got lost in the masses, and we'll see what the officials, what they say. And they're going to unstack.
I don't think he got it.
The ALCORN players are saying touchdown, but no official is saying touchdown.
I tell you, that Jeremiah Williams, that was him again. He carries a load.
And you see T.C. Taylor out there urging his defense to stand strong. And so let's see. Fred McNair is going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and goal with a golden opportunity to put some points on the board early in the ball game. As you see, Aaron Allen's going to call out the signals as they're going to go for it on 4th down. How about that? Shifting a big offensive lineman to the left. And he turns and he gives to Howard, and he's in for the touchdown.
That motion right there made it to unbalance on one side. And so they went back to the right side, unbalanced on the left. Hey, that was a good trick play.
Jarvion Howard on the carry, and some would say maybe that should have been what you should have went to early on. But here he is again. Take another look.
Yes.
Just a good job inside by that offensive line. You called it, John Henry. That little motion by the offensive lineman, a little wrinkle.
Yes, sir.
That kind of opened up something right there in the line of scrimmage. So Noah Kiani will come on to add the extra point. And now we have movement on the left side of the line, so he'll never get a chance to kick that one. Flags are down.
A little offside by Isaiah Spencer. I'm going to move that up a little bit.
Spencer?
Yes, sir.
May have been a little too anxious there. So he'll get a chance to line up again and re-kick it. That touchdown run, a 1 yard run. And Kiani will come on and try it again. This time his kick is up, and it is good.
It's good.
And ALCORN State moves out in front, 7-0, thanks to that Jarvion Howard touchdown. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to sell me one a new iPhone. A better plan is Verizon.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us. Only on Verizon.
Natasha? Is that how you say it? You look, wow. I mean, wow. 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 Thanks. It's Old Navy. Wow. What'd you say?
Is this for me?
If you like squeaky toys from Chewy, it is.
Did I get anything this year?
Get up to 40% off gifts that bring the most joy at Chewy.
I'm still going to eat your socks.
No, you're not.
Get great deals on gifts that deliver excitement at Chewy.
This is Cassie. She never really paid attention to her credit scores until she got Credit Karma and used her scores to score more, like her first ride. When it was time to upgrade, she shopped around for a lower auto insurance rate to go with it. Even when she decided to blaze a new trail, Credit Karma helped her with an auto loan to get her where she was going. Where is she going? Intuit Credit Karma. Download the free money app where your hard work pays off.
1 down, 9 to go.
Hey, what are you doing out here?
I just had something picked up.
Oh my gosh, I'm having something delivered.
Carvana.
You know Carvana. Searched it, bought it, scheduled it. And here it is.
You think Carvana's good for buying? You should try selling one.
Oh my gosh, it's almost identical. You gotta have backup. You know what I say.
Good job, hun.
Thanks. Woo! I loved it once and I love it twice. Where is the other one?
Buy
or sell
your car with Carvana today.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by fast protection.
Strike Football on ESPN is presented by Pepsi, official partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and by GM, proud sponsor of the SWAC. The first time the ALCORN State Braves had the football, they made it pay off as they took it down 11 plays, 65 yards. The drive was 5 minutes and 56 seconds long before Jarvion Howard took it in from 1 yard out for the touchdown. So we have a 7-0 game over in Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. And so ALCORN State kicking off for the second time here in the first quarter. And it's fielded at about the 2-yard line, and he's going to make a nice return for Jackson State as they will go back on offense for their second possession in the ballgame. On the return was Julian Smith, a wide receiver, number 89, bringing back kickoffs today for the Tigers. So they'll get their, what I like to call their second bite at the apple in this one. And of course, Jacobian Morgan will be back at quarterback. And last time they were pretty conservative with the ball, but they were trying to get that running game established early in this one. So Morgan operating 1st and 10 with the ball on the 16-yard line. A little flea flicker here. Morgan wanted to go deep, didn't have a receiver, and now he just has to throw it away. So some good defense by the Braves from ALCORN State.
It's definitely coverage down the field. It's definitely a coverage sack right there. He had nowhere to go, so he had to get rid of it as soon as he could.
Yeah, and that's it. When you see a play like that, and you see the quarterback look down there, and he does not throw it deep, that means there's excellent coverage in the secondary. So an incomplete pass on first down, so make it 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. Morgan on the sweep left, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards before he's hauled down there by the defense from ALCORN State.
They're lucky right there because they were definitely outmatched there on that other side because they were lined up wrong. They had 3 on one side. That defensive end had to come on over to the other side, and he was coming late. If they would have picked up that block, I think that running back would have scored a touchdown. Had a great lane.
And now it brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Tigers from Jackson State. They put their big tight end, DJ Stevens, in motion. And Jacobian Morgan will pass it, a bullet near the sidelines, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Fabian McCray over there, but number 21 with some great coverage, that's Andrew Smith, goes down as an incomplete pass, and Jackson State will send the punting unit out for the 2nd time today.
That goes back to that great coverage unit back there. They have nowhere to go. Number 21, Andrew Smith, is a great corner.
So Matt No comes out for the 2nd punt of the ball game, 45 yards on his first kick. For most of the year, he was the number 1 kicker in the SWAC, the number 1 punter in the SWAC. That was Seven McGee going in motion there. No gets his kick away. It's a line drive kick. Tries to get it to roll, but it will be picked up by Rogers. Rogers around the right side, and he is smothered. Great kick coverage there by the Jackson State Tigers. Great job. So ALCORN State will have the football when we come back. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Braves out in front.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Doritos created Solid Black in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of black leaders seeking to drive real change. And this year, Doritos Solid Black is welcoming 16 new change makers to the program. We are Solid Black.
Huge play coming up.
Talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
In 1920, an athletic was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Welcome back to Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Butch Alcindor along with John Henry Mills with me today, and we're watching an excellent game so far. Alcorn State about to go back on offense. As you can see, Jarvion Howard, look at his numbers. 15 carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown. 6 receptions, but 33 yards.
Great average right there.
When you see something like that, does that tell you that they sat down this week, that offensive coordinator, Elliot Rathman, that they sat down and said, we're going to make Jarvion a focus of our offense?
Definitely. Let's get the ball in his hands because he's very dynamic. He's a kid that can make something happen. I think they're going to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, it worked well the first time.
Yeah, he got in the offense right now. I wonder what.
Well, they do alternate their backs. They have a couple of good backs. You see Aaron Allen back out at quarterback. As it's 1st and 10 for the Braves. They have the ball on their 43-yard line. And they go to a handoff straight up the middle. But once again, that front for Jackson State is extremely tough. And they made a big tackle there on Nico Duffy, who's in the backfield now for the Braves. And he's an interesting young man. You know, talking to Coach last week before they took on TSU, he said, you know, he's one of the happiest guys. He said, you never picture him to be a football player, such a happy-go-lucky guy. But when he gets on the field, he can flip the switch.
Oh, yes.
So 2nd and 8 now after the 2-yard gain, and Allen will throw it. Good protection. Fires deep down the field. He has a man, and it's a touchdown to Montario Hunt. So Aaron Allen right on the money. You know, we talked about his ability to spin the ball, but his accuracy is incredible. A great pass from Allen.
And I think that's what they're trying to do right here. I think that they really want to get the ball down the field, get the ball in his hand, and see what he can do. Now, as you can see, they got some very dynamic receivers, and if you get it up in the air, let's just go get it.
Yeah, Montario Hunt. He is definitely the deep threat on this team, the transfer from Rutgers. And you see Noah Kiani again to attempt an extra point. And his kick is good, and just like that, the Braves from Alcorn State. Lightning has been striking today, and it's all been by the Braves. They've come out, and they put some points on the board in a hurry. 14-0. We'll be back in a minute.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. on ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Welcome back, everyone. And as you can see, it's 14-0. Alcorn State over Jackson State. Off to a fast start are the Braves as we take a look at that last 55-yard touchdown strike from Aaron Allen to Montario Hunt. 2 plays on the drive, 57 yards, and it took them all but 42 seconds to put it in the end zone.
So I think the scouting report is showing something where they think they can go deep on these guys. That was on B.J. Washington. I know. So they see something all week long on film that we can go deep on these guys.
And so the return by Seven McGee is a short return, but they have come out with a game plan, an excellent game plan that they have a lot of confidence in, and a game plan that has given them a lot of success so far, with just 5:14 to go here in the first quarter. And it was different from the first drive. The first drive was all Jarvion Howard. Handed off to Jarvion, hit it to Jarvion in the flats. This time, take the shot downfield.
I mean, as you saw, every first down, they're taking a shot downfield, so they see something here where they can go deep on these guys.
So Jackson State back on offense now, trying to get their offense rolling. Morgan turns, he hands it off, and that's going to be a nice gain on first down. If you can pick up that kind of yardage, you're happy with that. And that's Irv Mulligan, and boy, they're happy to get that guy back. You know, he was injured 4 weeks ago, and at the time he was injured, he was the leading rusher in the SWAC.
Okay.
So they have definitely missed him. So good to have him back in the lineup today. Morgan with a pass on second down, and it goes incomplete. Was trying to hit Hagler, his big tight end there, but good coverage on the play by the Braves.
Definitely. It was a little set with that short run. They see something here. They went to hurry up offense, so I think they're trying to see what they can do to get this, wear down his defensive line, keep the pressure off that quarterback.
3rd and 6 now for Jackson State. Hagler goes in motion. The blitz is coming. They came early. They were in the backfield, and the whistle stopped the play. So it will be an offsides call against Alcorn State. I say offsides. He was off pretty quick, but there may have been some movement in that line. Let's wait for Bobby Wright.
Definitely offside.
Bobby Wright confirms it. It's offsides against the Braves.
This penalty is sponsored by Richard Ford.
Yes, they're going to have the mark-off right there. And I know we're early in this ball game, but this is a big drive for Jackson State because they would like to get something going from an offensive standpoint.
And they have to get something going there. Because if Alcorn goes up one more touchdown, they're going to be struggling coming from behind trying to be a pass offense.
3rd and 1 for the first down. And the give is to Mulligan. And this time, I don't know, man. He got hit quickly. That defense, talk about reacting to the football. Great job there.
And I think that's why they were trying to go hurry up offense, trying to catch these guys off guard.
See right there, the give to Mulligan.
Little split zone right there. They came. That strong safety came up like a madman.
Andrew Smith with a big play. And so now there's a discussion. 4th down. And it appears the Tigers are going to go for it on 4th down.
The game is 34-yard line. Tigers of Jackson State.
3:58 and counting here in the first quarter, and they're looking to the sideline. And I would have to say he was definitely short on that play. Andrew Smith read it right away, came quickly, and now the officials are going to talk about something here.
He's probably asking for a measurement because I really think the spot similarly that they got the first down. So we'll see here. I think they're either going to try to go hurry up offense coming out of the break.
Yeah, they're going to
get a measurement.
You're exactly right. Here comes the measurement, and looks like it's going to be a little short. But that's a good thing to do. If you're not sure, call for the measurement if you can get it, because this way you know exactly what you need.
Exactly, and come out with a good play. Even if it's a tush push again, we'll see. They may pull something out of Alcorn's hat. We'll see.
Well, Coach T.C. Taylor feels like it's important enough to go for this one. On 4th down, he's trying to get his offense jump-started here. 4th, it says 1, but it's less than that. It's 4th in inches for the Jackson State first down. Mulligan in the backfield. He's to Morgan's right. They put a man in motion. Morgan's going to keep it, and Morgan's going to have the first down for Jackson State. So when you got a big 230-pound quarterback, you like to bang him in there.
Definitely a little power action right there. With the motion to catch him off guard, but he's got to put the ball in his hand. As we said earlier, he's definitely more of a runner than a passer.
So that was a big first down. What do you think about T.C. Taylor going for it there on 4th down?
You have to make something happen here. 2 touchdown deficit, so we trying to put the try not to lose the lead or trying to lose our focus in the beginning.
So a 1st and 10. They go back to Mulligan, and Mulligan is caught and dropped in the hole. For a second there, it looked like he might spin away from that. But Robert McDaniel, they're coming up. They're putting a lot of pressure. They're sending a lot of blitz from the secondary.
I tell you, that secondary is coming up strong. I'm surprised that Jackson State hadn't taken a shot downfield, because those safeties are playing a little flat-footed at right about 10 to 8 yards.
So J.D. Martin now checking into the backfield, replacing Mulligan. Irv Mulligan seeing his first action today. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers as they put Spencer in motion. Morgan looking to pass again, throws underneath. He completes the pass. That is Kobe Paul with his first catch of the ball game, number 19.
Kobe Paul with the catch.
Going to set that one down and call it. It's going to bring up 3rd down. It was a short game to Paul. Make it 3rd and 3 to continue the drive for Jackson State. So he's done a good job trying to hit that underneath pass, but he hasn't taken a shot yet. 3rd and 3. And you could see the Alcorn State Braves faking the blitz that time. We'll see what they actually do here on 3rd down.
Oh, they're coming.
They came. And a pass is complete near the sideline.
Should be first down.
A good catch by the big tight end, DJ Stevens. And he's going to have a first down for Jackson State. But you're right. You know, they weren't just faking it. They came on the blitz that time. Good job picking it up in the backfield.
Definitely. And it's a good job on breaking off his route for a blitz read.
This time they go to Martin, but he's going to be pulled down in the backfield.
Keep your head. Second man always get caught.
And he got caught. That was Malachi Bailey on the stop in the backfield to drop J.D. Martin. But the flag came in right after the altercation.
Pretty sure coach is going to talk to him and say, hey, listen, you got to keep your composure. Second man is always going to get caught no matter what that guy does. He's going to put us behind.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 44.
It's interesting.
15-yard penalty on the hit-off spot. First down.
So he called it against Malachi Bailey, and let's take another look and see if we can spot at the bottom of your screen and see exactly what happened.
So after the tackle, just kind of flipped his foot up. It was unnecessary, obviously. His helmet's off.
Yeah, it was J.D. Martin, and We kind of caught that a little late, but looked like Martin might have been getting off the ground, like it maybe he was shoved to the ground. So either way, it goes down as a penalty against the Braves. So it's a first down for Jackson State. 7 McGee goes in motion. Morgan's going to put this one up. Looking toward McGee, but now he runs the opposite way, and he has some room as he stepped out of bounds. And that's a nice gain on first down. That's what you want to do. Get a nice chunk on first down, makes it a lot easier.
I'm just glad to see them try to take a shot because, like I said before, those safeties are sitting about 8 yards deep. Go ahead and let it loose.
We're down to the final 30 seconds here in the first quarter, and now we have a whistle on the field.
Oh, timeout.
Timeout's going to be called. And so they're going to talk about it a little bit, but we kind of mentioned that this is a big drive for Jackson State. As you can see, their big quarterback on the sideline, Jacoby and Morgan, over there with Maurice Harris and some of the offensive staff. Let's take a look at their last meeting last year. Of course, Deion Sanders was the head coach then at Jackson State. They won 2 consecutive Eastern Division championships, and you see Jackson State won last year, 24-13. But when you look at the stats, it was a pretty even ball game.
Definitely an even ball game. Just the score doesn't reflect that.
But it's always kind of one of those games when these two teams get together, when it's Jackson State versus ALCORN State. That was last year, November 19th, 2022. Of course, Deion Sanders has other problems on his hand last night. If you saw the Colorado game last night, they got whacked by Washington State. It was not even really a competitive game.
Really?
Yeah. So
I went to bed early on that one. I guess I didn't miss much.
No, not at all. So 27 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Jackson State with the football, and they're actually in the middle of a long drive here as they're trying to convert it into points. As ALCORN State has come out and shown no effects from last week's blowout and Houston versus Texas Southern University. Texas Southern was the winner in that one, 44-10. But ALCORN State looks like an entirely different team today. So Jackson with the football now, 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard run by Morgan. This time he hands off, and a big hole for number 36. He's cracked down at about the 6-yard line. That is a big run. And that is Johnson on the carry. Ezekiel Johnson. Haven't seen much of him this year, but Johnson slipped into the backfield there and pulled off a big run.
Let me tell you, Jaquez Dew almost had him in the backfield. One more step, it would have been a tackle for a loss.
And that takes us to the end of the first quarter with the Tigers from Jackson State on the move. We'll be back with more. 14-0 game. ALCORN out in front.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone, a better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this wreck.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Whoa. Huh. Okay. You a glitzy player, me. Super snazzy. A real saucy boss. Dynamite. Don't I know it? Style maestro. Thanks. It's Old Navy.
Please be a phone. Please be a phone. Is it a phone?
Ooh, it smells like a catnip toy from Chewy.
That's not a phone.
Get up to 40% off gifts that bring the most joy at Chewy.
This is better than toilet paper.
Get great deals on gifts that deliver excitement at Chewy.
Star Child, what are you doing?
Remember when I was applying for credit cards and it was impossible to tell if I'd be approved? So I bought all these crystals from you for good luck.
Oh, but of course.
Well, now that I shop for cards with Credit Karma, I don't need luck. If a card has the Karma guarantee, they'll give me $50 if I don't get approved.
You know our store policy. No refunds during Mercury retrograde.
Ugh, fine. Get approved or get $50 on offers with the Karma guarantee.
Billy, I need help with a clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, MOV.
Vehicle features, No accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
My dad loves the new Jitterbug.
Thank you for calling Lively. This is Gail. How may I help you?
My grandson wants to video chat. Can you show me how to do that?
Oh, I'd be happy to.
It's got everything, even an urgent response button. He'll get help, and I'll get an alert if he uses it.
Customers can call anytime they need help. We're here to take care of them.
Easy to use Jitterbug phones with unlimited talk, text, and help, just $19.99 a month. Now get 50% off the Smart 3 and Flip 2.
Hello, this is Lively.
This holiday season, Blaine's Farm and Fleet is where wishes come true for everyone, especially during our pre-Black Friday sale. Start saving early with Black Friday-like deals throughout the store. Like over 70% off this Rubbermaid food storage set, just $9.99. 40-pound bags of Blaine's Wild Bird food, sale priced at $15.99. And save $100 on this DeWalt 2-tool combo kit. Plus, rewards members are invited to save an extra 10% in-store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night. This Sunday only, starting at 6 p.m.
I do take Balance of Nature and have...
The State Tigers, as they go on their first really long drive of the ball game, as they attempt to put some points on the board, they trail ALCORN State 14-0 as we get set to start the second quarter here, and they'll turn around. They had a big run by Johnson that set them up at the 8. So first and goal to go for Jackson State. High snap, and they give to Johnson again, and he pushes it all the way down to the 4-yard line. So Ezekiel Johnson, a 5'9", 190-pound freshman, haven't seen much of him this year. I've been fortunate enough to do several Jackson State games. Haven't seen much of this young man at all, getting to play a big role in this game today.
Same play they bring down in the other end. Just a split forward formation, and had quarterback fake coming out the backside. They can run that all day with that power up front.
So now the officials want to make sure everything is set. Looks like a timeout is called out on the field. So they're going to go back to the sideline to talk about it before they run that second and goal to go. And this has been a pretty good drive so far for Jackson State, but done mostly on the ground.
It's interesting that they called timeout right after a quarter, and they had a little time. So they saw something there, or something. There was an injury or something going on.
Well, and it's also an opportunity there. You have the ball deep in the red zone. You have a scoring opportunity. If there's anything at all you need to get straight, you want to get that straight and not miss that opportunity to put some points on the board. As we look at the first half stats here, you can see the rushing yards, only 15 for ALCORN, but 106 passing. And on the other side, what we were talking about, Jackson State has gotten it done mostly on the ground, 40 yards compared to only 9 yards passing.
Right.
They'll come up now, second and goal to go. Morgan is at quarterback. Put Spencer in motion. He's going to pass it. Morgan has a man all by himself. That is his big tight end, DJ Stevens. And Jackson State is on the board with a touchdown pass. Beautiful pass from Jacoby and Morgan to what has become his favorite target, DJ Stevens. And how about the two tight ends? The little tight end celebration.
Definitely. A little formation there. They ran a little fake pistol formation, power to the left, and come out the backside with the tight end naked.
And that motion to Spencer across the way, that set it all up. Because Spencer goes across, it changes the defense, and they come back, and Stevens is all by himself. And all Stevens does is catch touchdown passes. That is number 5 on the year. The attempt by Keone right there on the extra point. The extra point attempt by Dylan Wasson is good. And Jackson State has cut the lead in half after a great drive on the ground. We got a 14-7 game. We'll be right back. ALCORN State still out front.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Since 1877, Jackson State University has been training students for a life of service and leadership to impact our global society. Ranked among the best HBCUs in the country, Jackson State University offers 47 undergraduate, 37 master's, 1 specialist, and 13 doctoral degree programs. Whether you're interested in the arts, education, public health, the sciences, or business, we're here to take you from ready to JSU ready. Visit jsums.edu and apply today.
In 1920, an athletic was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
And you see some happy Jackson State fans there as the Tigers are on the scoreboard now. It's a 14-7 game. ALCORN State out in front, and this is how they got their touchdown. An 11-play drive. Morgan to a wide-open DJ Stevens in the end zone. 11 plays, 76 yards, 5 minutes and 53 seconds on the drive before the 4-yard TD pass. So Jackson State will now kick it back to the Braves. And the kickoff goes into the end zone, so they will take it and start on the 25, 1st and 10. But that had to feel good for T.C. Taylor and his coaching staff to get that touchdown on the board.
Definitely. I'm just surprised they left DJ open. He's one of their best seniors on the program right now, and then one of their top players. Obviously, that's just a coaching or a player mistake on their end, because DJ is one of the best guys on the team.
Yeah, you would definitely keep your eye on big number 86. So let's see now if ALCORN State can answer. They've been very impressive on offense, but maybe the best thing Jackson State did on that drive, besides scoring the touchdown, you see both teams with 4 first downs, and they come back to the jet sweep to Rogers inside, and a good reaction there by the Jackson State defense. I was going to say the best thing Jackson State did, besides scoring that touchdown, was possess the football.
Yes.
They kept it away from Alcorn State.
Definitely. And I'm surprised Mr. Howard is not back in the game again. There he goes. He's been out for a whole series and a half.
Jarvion Howard back in the backfield. Came into the game with 703 yards and 6 touchdowns. Make it 7 as he scored in the first quarter today. So Allen looking to pass, and he's caught and dropped. So the pressure from Jackson State got to him that time, and it's Isaac Peppers, the young man who can do it all for Jackson State, getting in the backfield, coming up with that big sack.
It's another one of those great seniors in that program with a relentless effort, a little block destruction. Can't stop him. He's been that way all season.
What a story he is. You know, he came over from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Actually, he wasn't sure he was going to play football, was ready to take a regular job. He walked on at Jackson State, came on as a walk-on at Jackson State after having so much success at Arkansas Pine Bluff. Came on, they talked to me and said, hey, if you want to go in the real world, that's fine, but just hold up a second. Come in here, and they said he came out and played with so much passion. They put him on scholarship right away. So here we go to Howard, coming in and doing exactly what you're talking about, John Henry, coming in there and starting that running game. But good play up front by Jackson State again. But just to finish up on Isaac Peppers, came in, 3.5 sacks this year, 11.5 tackles for loss. I mean, he has just been a force out there on defense. And you can see this Jackson State defense coming to life now as all of a sudden it's 4th and 15.
Exactly.
And you got to punt the ball back. So, and there's a big crowd on hand, always a big crowd over in Jackson. And they're here to watch the Tigers and try to get them back in this ball game. So the punt is blocked, and it goes straight up. It's either blocked or off the side of his foot. So Jackson State's going to have great field position, and we talked about how their defense had to be opportunistic in this game. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing defense controlling the tempo in this ball game.
You can smell the blood. You can smell the momentum moving Jackson's way. Right now, they see something here, and they're going to ride this wave as fast as they can because they're coming right now with that block punt.
Ezekiel Johnson picked up the ball. If we can take another look at that, guys, we can see maybe who got back there and put the pressure on, but it was a lot of heat on the punter on that play.
Right up the middle, right there.
And maybe just went off the side of the foot. I didn't actually see anyone touch it. Tough to see there, but it's going to give Jackson State great field position there. And now we have a whistle on the field. It's going to be legal procedure, so there must have been some movement up front there. And it's going to back up the Tigers 5. So that's something you don't want to do in that situation. But again, it's almost, even though it was a punt, it's almost like a sudden change situation because the punt was so short. It's a situation where you get the ball back and you weren't sure you were going to be able to get it that quick. So Morgan, under pressure, he's going to be snowed under in the backfield. Jacoby and Morgan shook off the first would-be tackler, but there were a lot of gold jerseys back there.
Let me tell you, if he let that ball go immediately off the line, that tight end was open right down the middle of the field. Let's look at it right here. If he just go ahead and let it go, he held on a second too long, but he had a receiver wide open.
Kayvon Henderson, number 36, in the backfield with the sack for Alcorn State. So Alcorn State coming up with some defensive pressure of their own, and they drop Morgan for a loss. A big loss. Let's call it 2nd and 24. And the teams are going to talk about it again. So we've had some timeouts used here in the first half that have been kind of surprising. So, but we're going to, while they take a timeout on the field, let's take a timeout here in the booth with 11:32 to go in the second quarter. 14-7, Alcorn State out in front.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
with the football, trailing 14-7 to Alcorn State. They have a big second and long, second and 24 for a first down. Just to wrap up that punt, it was blocked officially by Rogers. Caleb Darbone's punt was blocked, and that's what gave Jackson State the great field position. But, of course, right after that, we had the sack of Morgan, and now we have another whistle on the field. And it looks like the officials are going to stop the play again. And it's another one, a timeout situation. So there's something that they're seeing out there that's worth a timeout to talk about.
That punt was blocked by Solomon Rogers, a safety, backup safety, 6 foot, 197 pound grad student from Raleigh, North Carolina. Probably one of those special teamers that come in on special plays to go out and make some plays.
They brought the heat. It was a really, really big play to bring the pressure. And now Jackson State finds themselves in great field position. It's just a sack puts them in kind of a hole there, second and 24 to convert the first down. Kobe and Morgan has gone all the way at quarterback, and another whistle before he can get it off here. And we'll see what Bobby Wright and company have. Well, head coach T.C. Taylor's not going to be happy about that.
No, sir, not at all.
A sack and a penalty. His team is going in the wrong direction.
With 2 timeouts, so a little self-destruction right there. We got to get back on track.
So now that's going to make it second down and 29 after the 5-yard mark off. Morgan's looking to get a chunk of it right here, to get a chunk of it back, but check out the blitz. This time he goes inside to Martin, and Martin's going to pick up a big chunk of it. So good job on the carry by J.D. Martin. Number 43, Stamarian Edwards on the stop. Still going to be third and long. Coming up for the Tigers from Jackson State as we close in on the 11-minute mark to go here in the second quarter. Morgan will throw. Throws underneath, has his tight end Hagler. He's going to be well shy of the first down, so he makes the catch. But Jackson State will probably have to punt the football away.
It's tough to come up with a play that's 3rd and 24, so you got to get as much as you can and get it out of your territory.
So the penalty was a penalty again against Jackson State, but Alcorn wisely declined it, so it'll be 4th down, and they'll force them to kick the football back over to the Braves. So we mentioned at the top of the show that Alcorn State has a lot going on in this. They are tied at the top of the SWAC, 5-2, top of the SWAC West with Prairie View A&M. Prairie View also playing this afternoon. If Prairie View wins their ball game, they will be the SWAC West champions. However, if Prairie View loses and Alcorn wins, then they will be the champions in the West. So the punt is a great punt. It's going to go out of bounds inside the, well, let's see, he's bringing it out. I thought it was inside the 5. Now he's going to say it's around the 10-yard line. Still a very good punt. We're going to pause for a timeout. We'll be right back in just a minute.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs. Committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Doritos created Solid Black in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of Black leaders seeking to drive real change. And this year, Doritos Solid Black is welcoming 16 new change makers to the program. We are Solid Black.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Huge play coming up.
Wait, talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Always a great crowd at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Big Jackson State fans, and they come out en masse as they're checking out their team, trying to get them back in this ball game. They trail 14-7. Butch Alcindor along with John Henry Mills, former Houston Oiler Pro Bowler. You actually played some offense and some defense, so you can talk about this from both sides of the ball. As Aaron Allen tries to pass it. Boy, that was a great call at the right time. He just couldn't get it off. But to have a screen call against the blitz, it could have paid off big, but it was good pressure, and they also had the screen covered pretty well. Let's take another look here and see the setup.
Definitely, outside linebacker just beats. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to pick him up and didn't come out a little late, but he didn't put a hand on that outside linebacker at all.
Yeah, he didn't, and he didn't stop him, and he didn't really get out in the pattern either. So I'm not sure what went on with Jarvion Howard right there, but I saw exactly what you were talking about. Had he just gone out to where and waited for it would have been a huge play for Alcorn State, but he kind of stayed there, didn't react to it, and then Aaron Allen just had to basically dump off the football. He had pressure right in his face. So 3rd and 8 now coming up for the Braves from Alcorn State. They lead in this ball game 14-7. Had a 55-yard touchdown pass from Allen to Montario Hunt in the first quarter. Also had a 1-yard TD run by Jarvion Howard. Allen to throw on 3rd down. Fires inside, completes his pass. And right where he's going to be marked down, looks like he's short of the sticks. That is Howard. So he's going to bring up 4th down, and we will see what the Braves decide to do. It looks like they're walking to the sideline now. Let's take another look.
Looks like he just stared him down. I mean, he looked downfield for a second, but he knew where he wanted to go from the snap of the ball.
Kedrian Colligan on the play. The defensive back on the stop for Jackson State. What a game he had a few weeks ago. We'll talk about that. He was sensational. And the punt is away by Darbone, and it's going to be a good kick. You know, I mentioned Kedrian Colligan. He's a great job, does a super job back there in the secondary. It just seems to have a nose for the football and just be all over the field. Does a good job of tracking down the football. So we'll see Jackson with the football again. Jackson State after the punt. You know, they have some of the most loyal fans. I mean, they're all over social media. I mean, these Tiger fans love their Tiger football. And right now, Jacoby and Morgan, with 8:32 to go in the second quarter, will try to take his team down the field and tie this ball game. Morgan with J.D. Martin in the backfield. Hands it to Martin, and Martin is going to be stuck and dropped. A big hit right there. Short gain on the carry.
Great play call. GF. Guard tackle pull there. Just nowhere to run right there. That defensive line closed the gap down, and the linebacker came and made the play.
Malachi Bailey, one of the big linemen right there in the middle of that. And check out Martin spinning away from the would-be tackler and ripping off about 15 yards right there. A big run by J.D. Martin, the 6'1", 195-pound senior.
Straight little zone blocking right there. Just pick your hole. Whatever comes open, just go ahead and make a play. That linebacker came up to make a play. Just put his head down. Couldn't make the play. It was really odd there. Had a wide open tackle, but just can come up with the play.
Well, that was just such a great spin. A short gain on first down right there, but what a great spin by J.D. Martin. I mean, Coach says he's such a great weapon because of his blazing speed, but when you can make that cut, spin like that, and do not decelerate, I mean, that's tough to stop.
Definitely.
That is tough to stop. So Morgan on a roll to his left, fires and completes his pass, and Fabian McCray has it, and he's tossed out of bounds after a short gain.
I think that's what they should do all day. Get him out of the pocket. That's a great little zone, flood concept there to get him out of the pocket, make him feel relaxed, and make some completions.
Third down now coming up, making 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Stevens goes in motion, moves over to the left side, and might have offsides again. Going to get to throw it up, though. Free one this time. Goes downfield, and it was almost a completed pass. Not a bad idea. Fabian McCray was down the sidelines. Morgan's just lofted that ball up to him, and he almost came away with a big catch.
Almost came away from him. We got to clean this game up. It's getting a little sloppy here with all of these flags on the ground. So
take a look at Morgan, just giving this guy a shot.
So you just put it up in the air, give your player a chance to make the play. And the defense just made a hell of a play by going after the ball once he got it into his hands.
That was Andrew Smith over there who came away with a big play. So that penalty will make it 3rd and 3 now. A much more manageable situation for Jackson State. And that's the second time today Alcorn has been caught on the blitz, and they've been caught offsides. So 3rd and 3 for Jackson. Morgan's going to keep it.
They're bringing pressure.
And he's going to get the first down for Jackson State and move the stick. So Jacoby and Morgan, and this is something he's done really well this year. He was in the quarterback battle with Jason Brown before he injured his hand, had to have hand surgery. Missed a lot of time. But since he's come back, he's trying to get more and more reps in and getting into the rhythm of things. And that's going to be nothing going there. He gave it to Seven McGee. Tried a little zone sweep action, and just nothing was happening there. But the thing about Jacoby and Morgan, to get him back involved in the offense, they brought him back in short yardage situations. He came in goal line packages, short yardage packages, and that's what he did. He ran with the football, and that's how they kind of worked him into it before they moved him into the starting lineup.
Okay.
So that's his thing. He can definitely take it and go and pick up that tough yardage. So they're going to lose about 3 yards on that last carry. So call it 2nd and 13.
Motion by JD, get him out. Like we said before, get him out of the pocket. Let him use his legs and his arm, and make some quality throws.
Morgan completes that pass to Kobe Paul right there near the sideline. Short pickup on the play.
Great block by J.D. Stevens on the edge there to get him out of the pocket.
Trying to make it a 3rd and manageable situation. Let's call it 3rd and 7 now to keep this drive alive. And once again, Jackson State has had these slow, steady drives up and down the field, keeping that ball away from the Alcorn offense. So here on 3rd down, Morgan back near the sidelines, completes his pass, and Kobe Paul stretches, and he's going to pick up the first down for the Tigers on his own individual effort right there to get that first down for Jackson State.
That wears and tears on the defense. When they go 1, 2, 3 downs and then pick up the first down, it's
And now there's a whistle, and it could be that Fred McNair may want to take a look at that. May want to take a look at the spot. But what a big play. He got that ball over to Kobe Paul, and Kobe Paul, on his own individual effort, got it out there and stretched it out and picked up the first down. So once again, this drive is a copycat of the last drive. I mean, it's almost exactly the same thing for Jackson State. They're moving it down the field. They're using the run. They're using the short pass. But more importantly, for their purposes, they're eating up a lot of the clock.
JSU blue and silver keychain. If you locate these keys, please take them to the ticket office near the JSU tunnel.
We have 4 minutes and 24 seconds as we close in on halftime. Of course, halftime in the SWAC, that's the best time. Because it's showtime with the bands, and of course we're going to probably see the Sonic Boom of the South. They'll be out there today doing their thing. We have a 14-7 game here. ALCORN State scored all 14 of their points in the first quarter to jump out to that big lead. And now they're in the middle of another long drive. And you look at Morgan's statistics so far, not much on the passing side of it, but I think managing the game. He's done a great job managing the game. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers from Jackson State. Morgan on a roll to his left. Cranks it downfield. Has a man all by himself. And it's a touchdown for Jackson State. That's Fabian McCray. Got behind the secondary, and Morgan saw him, and he took that shot you've been talking about all day long. Took the shot, and it's 7 points for the Tigers from Jackson State. 6 points.
Same play. Seal on the edge by J.D. Stevenson. Roll out. Like I said before, get him out of the pocket, let him feel comfortable, take a shot downfield, touchdown.
And we can't say enough about the job Fabian McCray has done. This team is playing without Rico Powers. They're playing without Duke Miller. And all of a sudden, Fabian McCray has become the top receiver. As Dylan Wasson comes on and adds the extra point, and we are all tied up with 4:17 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
If making other lives better was meant to be your life's work, you belong at Chamberlain University, where we don't just get you, we help get you where you want to go, because we're all connected by the same calling. For every one of you who has the courage to answer that calling, there are 140,000 of us. At Chamberlain, we lift you up and push you forward with a community unlike any other. Chamberlain University, belong to something greater.
It's so easy to sell on Poshmark. You just pick out your item, snap a couple of photos, and boom, it's in front of millions of people who might want to buy it. I can't believe I've made over $30,000 on the app. It's also changed the way that I shop. It gives me access to designers and deals that I wouldn't find anywhere else. I got these barely worn Louboutin heels, and I paid only $100 for these. I would have paid over $700 for these in the store, and I just love them.
Download the free Poshmark app now and find all your favorite brands for up to 70% off.
Niece, you are 6. I'm not 6. What do kids like? No clue. Lots of junk, generic toys, forgettable, garbage. But what about Etsy? That's cute. Personalized jacket. I win.
Personalized gifts under $50. Etsy has it.
You've got too much on your plate to worry about what to put on it next. That's where we come in. We're Factor, your one-stop shop for fresh, fully prepared meals, packed with premium ingredients, and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes flat. Did we mention delivered right to your door? Yeah, we got that covered too. Looks like eating well just got a whole lot easier.
Visit factormeals.com/50 and use code 50 to claim this Black Friday offer.
Everyone, Butch Alcindor, John Henry Mills, and we have a brand new ball game. Jackson State has just taken it down and put it in the end zone on a long pass from Morgan to Fabian McCray to tie this game at 14-14. The touchdown pass, 26 yards to Fabian McCray. And as you can see the drive, another long one, 9 plays, 68 yards, took them 4 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock to get down there with the pass, 26 yards to McCray. And so this one sails into the end zone, the kick does, and the Braves will start 1st and 10 from the 25-yard lines. What do you think about that drive?
Let me tell you, if Jackson State continue to run the ball and manage the clock the way they're doing, they'll definitively beat ALCORN State because they're going to control the ball and control the clock and could go and come down with a score. There's no way ALCORN can sustain the way they can control the ball. So if they keep playing like this, I think this team is going to change real quick.
Well, the answer for that would be for ALCORN State to go on the drive.
Right.
And bring some of that time back on the other way. So here comes Aaron Allen and company, and that's what he's got in mind right now, the 6'2", 200-pound junior quarterback, transfer from Louisiana Tech. Actually played his high school ball in Houston at Ridge Point High School, and he's going to throw it on 1st down. Fires a strike behind his receiver, but a nice grab there and a good catch by number 85, Tavarius Griffin. His teammates call him Truck. And when you see big number 85, you'll understand why. It's like playing Madden, man. You're getting ready to truck somebody. Truck is a load. And now is another timeout being called by Jackson State. After that pass
take a look at this.
to Tavarius Griffin. Yeah, the pass was thrown behind him, and it was low as he reached back and tried to make the catch. 4:02 to go here in the first half. But that's a good job. Tavarius Griffin, the receiver on the year. That was his 24th catch. Over 274 yards, pretty close to 300 yards, and he has 4 touchdowns. So he has been a weapon for ALCORN State for the Braves.
Got to get him started today. Let him get the ball in his hands. If Allen gets the ball down the field and relax back there, I think he can make some things happen.
Well, and you talked about it at the top. You said he is poised in the pocket. We've seen examples of that. I mean, that touchdown pass, 55 yards to Montario Rogers, that was a thing of beauty. As you can see, the Braves, the sounds of dynamite, and the Golden Girls getting set to perform at the halftime also. And Jackson State fans are just getting into this one. The Soul Bowl, the 88th meeting between these two schools. It actually started in 1927. Wow. That's how far back this goes between ALCORN State and Jackson State. So 1st and 10 after the pass goes to Griffin. Aaron Allen again. Under pressure completes another pass. This time it's good to Tavarius Adams, T. Adams, hauling his first catch
Very
of the
poised
first
in the
half.
pocket right there. Very poised. Picked up the blitz there.
Alcorn has definitely picked up the tempo on offense a little bit. 1st and 10. Allen again to throw. This time he drops it down underneath, and a good recovery there by Arrington to make the stop for Jackson State. Khalil Arrington on the stop.
Another great job by the O-line again. They had a little stun up front, a little ET, a little tackle and pull, and they picked it up perfectly.
And you can see Jackson State backing off just a little bit on defense. They're getting a little looser as Alcorn State is having some success on this drive. Allen again looks inside, and he and his receivers are doing a great job. They're stopping in the holes. They're finding the holes in the zone, and he's hitting them right when they go across. That's Adams again, and Adams says he has the catch, and the officials don't believe he does.
They're only rushing 3, and they're dropping 8. I'm surprised they're not able to cover back there. This is amazing. I mean, I know it's zone, but hey, let's do some man zone there. We'll put some pressure on the quarterback.
So 3rd and 8 coming up now for the Braves from Alcorn State. It's a big drive for them. We're down to 2:54 to go here in the first half.
Rushing 3 again.
Allen is going to scramble out of the pocket, and there goes the flag down, and Allen's hit down hard. Boy, he smacked down really hard after that. That flag was thrown in that area where they usually call holding, but then Allen took a big hit. So DeMarcus Gordon was the guilty party for holding for Alcorn State. So, boy, that was a big hit. It was good to see Allen getting up after that stick.
Definitely. When you're getting out of the pocket and they're dropping 8 people and you're trying to make something happen, those guys are coming. So you better get down or throw the ball away, one or the other.
So the penalty is going to make it a 3rd and 18 for a first down for the Braves. So what had started out as such a promising drive has now come down to a big down. This is going to be a big conversion if they can make it. 3rd and 18, bad snap. Ball is on the ground. Allen tried to get on it. Let's see if he recovered it or not. The officials went on stack, and yes, Allen did get the football back, but that was a very, very dangerous play right there for the Braves.
I'm surprised Jackson State didn't call a timeout to save some time on the clock. Off a busted play, gives him some time to go down and get another score in.
That snap hit him in the helmet.
Yes, it did.
Trying to get calling out the plays and checking out his receivers. He never saw it coming, so Alcorn State very fortunate to get that football back.
Definitely. Looks like they got 10 men on the field here, waiting on somebody to come in. Are they going to call a timeout here or what?
Well, he's going to try to make it as Caleb Darbone is set to punt the football away. And now there goes the whistle. Good call, John Henry. I think they're going to either have to use that timeout or it's going to be a penalty. So it is a flag. You could see it was going to be close as he ran on late. So it'll back him up. There, they'll call for delay of game. And that's another thing the coaches will not like, is if you're supposed to be on the special teams,
oh, yes,
you have to be out there on the special teams.
Let me tell you, you have one job. Pay attention to the game.
So Caleb Darbone will now kick the football away from 5 yards further back. Gets a line drive kick, and Seven McGee tries to track it down. Still can't pick it up. And Jackson State ball still loose.
I think it's Alcorn's
ball. And Alcorns may have come up with the football. So Seven McGee dropped it twice, tried to pick it up a 3rd time. There was a mad scramble for it at the end, and there were a couple of gold jerseys that dove in there. We're waiting for the word from Bobby Wright and company as to who has the football. But that could be a huge play in this game. And the Jackson State will maintain possession of the football, but so we saw back-to-back 2 dangerous plays.
Definitely.
Couldn't see who got back down on that football. It wasn't Seven McGee, though.
I'm surprised Alcorn didn't come up with that ball. It looks like they had it in their hands.
Well, as you well know, because you've been down there, there's a lot of interesting things that happen when that ball's on the ground like that. So Jackson State will maintain possession with 1:18 to go here in the first half. We're tied 14 apiece, Jackson State and Alcorn State in the SWAC Classic, better known to some as the Soul Bowl. They go to the running game. Ball's out, and it's loose. Seven McGee's after it again, and Seven McGee managed to fall on the football. But that's 3 consecutive times the ball has been on the ground. Wow. Let's see, it was Seven McGee who fumbled it away.
Oh, he ripped at it.
Good defensive play, but a good heads-up play by Seven McGee to get back on that football after he fumbled it, and he's still down on the ground. He may apparently have injured himself recovering that fumble. But we have the bad snap, loose ball on the ground, fumble on the punt return, loose ball, and now this Seven McGee carry, and they appear to be checking out his shoulder or his arm there. We don't want to speculate about what's wrong, but we hope that that young man is okay as they look at him on the ground. Fred McNair on the sidelines, checking out the action. His team jumped out to a quick 14-0 lead in this game, but then Jackson State has methodically went to work with some long drives using the running game to take the ball down there and score. And that takes us to where we are, the final 56 seconds of the first half. Of course, as always, the halftime show will be a fantastic show. It always is. So if you need to get something to drink, you know, when we hit that commercial break, do it as fast as you can and get back here for the performance, because you will not regret it. So you see the Tigers going back on offense now. They got 56 seconds. If you're the head coach, put on your coaching hat. If you're T.C. Taylor, do you try to get aggressive and do you try to force some points on the board, or do you try to run out these final 56 seconds?
Most likely, I'll probably run out the clock right here. I just run the ball one or two more times and let the clock run, and let's go in the locker room, make some halftime adjustments, and come back out and do the things that we've been doing already to win this ball game.
So the Tigers go back on the ground to the running game again. Straight ahead, just moving the pile. That's Johnson back in the game again. The freshman has played a big role in the backfield. So we're down to 35 seconds, and it's 3rd and short. 1 yard will do it. Ezekiel Johnson, the freshman in the backfield, number 36. Tigers are milking the clock all the way down. It's a 3rd and 1, down to 10 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to give it to Johnson. And Johnson picks up the first down, but it doesn't matter because it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it for the first half. We're at the half now. The first quarter belonged to ALCORN State, but the second quarter belonged to Jackson State. So that takes us to where we are. 14-14 game. We'll be right back with our halftime report.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. exclusive articles and tools, top leagues and tournaments, best stories in sports on ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
We are at the half, and it's a 14-14 game. ALCORN State and Jackson State all tied as we go down to the field for our halftime entertainment. And to start that off and kick it off will be the sounds of Dynamite and the Golden Girls from ALCORN State, brought to you today by Pepsi.
Mr. Kennedy's commitment to the betterment of JSU athletics is truly commendable. Joining us in acknowledging these outstanding individuals are Jackson State University Acting President Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony, JSU Vice President and Athletics Director Ashley Robinson, and Director of Athletic Development Dr. Monica Lewis. Tiger fans, let's give a resounding round of applause for Ms. Gillian Porter, Thad and Khalil Reed, and Mr. Jerry Kennedy for their exceptional and unyielding support for JSU Athletics, the JSU Athletic Supporters of the Year.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this wreck.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward.
We'll wrap this up.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Is this for me?
If you like squeaky toys from Chewy, it is.
Did I get anything this year?
Get up to 40% off gifts that bring the most joy at Chewy.
I'm still going to eat your socks.
No, you're not.
Get great deals on gifts that deliver excitement at Chewy.
This is Carl. He never really thought much of his credit scores. Well, until he got Credit Karma and used his scores to move on up. By putting in the work to improve his scores, he got access to a better credit card. And that sofa she liked. Ooh, is that Saffron Sunrise? And when it came time to buy a home of his own, Credit Karma helped him take things to the next level. Just in time. Intuit Credit Karma. Download the Money app where your hard work pays off.
The McRib is back for a good time, but true to form, it's not here for a long time. The McRib returns.
Don't miss the return of the McRib. Get 20% off any order of $5 or more in the McD app.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, one second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car. Billy, you still there? Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response. Right now, get 50% off a new Simply Safe system so you stay safe 24/7. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections, half price. Half off a Presto Pizza Pizzazz, $44.99. And this Fisher-Price tractor gift set, $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Plus, donate new unwrapped toys to Kids Helping Kids, and we'll match gifts up to $250,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
Becca?
Oh, hi.
Hi. I'm Brian.
Brian.
Coffee?
Feel like you've been catfished? There's an edible for that. Fruit was just the beginning. Get all kinds of deliciousness delivered in an hour or less at edible.com. See website for details and restrictions.
SWAC football brought to you by Pepsi. We're at the half. It's a 14-14 game. ALCORN State and Jackson State all tied at 14 apiece. Let's go down to the field now where Kayla Thompson is standing by with a couple of special guests. Kayla?
So I'm here with Charles Chapman and Terrence J. Can you tell me why it's so important for GM to be involved with the SWAC?
Yes, well, as GM, our goal is to gain cultural capital for our brands, and we're looking to be the most inclusive company in the world. So it's very important for us to sponsor the SWAC and Jackson State and teams like this as we look to build that community support.
And can you tell me more about your role?
Yes, I'm the manager of multicultural marketing at GM, and what I do is I lead a team of subject matter experts looking to gain that cultural capital for our brands and drive that brand health. Yes.
So, Terrence J., can you tell me about your involvement with GM and the SWAC?
Well, I love GM. They're a real sponsor, and they do so much in the community. I went to an HBCU, and so it's so great to be here with GM, giving back at the SWAC. I mean, look around. There's nothing like it.
Right. And can you tell me how people can get more information about GM?
Absolutely. GM.com. You can learn about our all-electric future.
All right. Sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, Kayla. We appreciate that interview brought to you today by GM. And how about that? Terrence J. on the sideline. John Henry wanted an autograph. We need to get that message to Kayla. Let's pause now. We're going to take a look at some of the action from around the SWAC today. We can take a look at some of the scoreboard or some of the action going on today. A lot of action happening in the SWAC. We're good. Instead, let's check that and check out a highlight package from the first half. See exactly how we got to the 14-14 score in the first half, and we start with Alcorn State. Jarvion Howard with a power play, diving into the end zone on 4th and goal to go. And then you know what? The Braves came right back. 55-yard strike to Montario Hunt. A beautiful strike from Aaron Allen. That made it 14-0 at that point, and then Jackson State would go on a drive. Check out Morgan with a pass to DJ Stevens in the corner, 4 yards for the touchdown. 14-7 at that point, and Morgan wasn't done. Jacoby and Morgan came back again. This time, his pass would be 26 yards to McCray. Fabian McCray in the end zone. That it takes us to where we are. 14-14 in the game. A lot of good defense going on in between, John Henry. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but let's take a timeout now, and we'll be back with more of the halftime report.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Everyone, we're still at the half of the 88th meeting between Alcorn State and Jackson State. We're all tied up at 14-14 in the Soul Bowl. So let's go down to the field now, where the Sonic Boom of the South standing by for your musical and listening entertainment, brought to you today by Pepsi.
performed by trying to for the love of you by the Isley Brothers. Let's hear you sing along, Station.
That was the sonic boom of the South. We're going to pause for a timeout now. 14-14 at the half. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. on ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
Let's check out our SWAC scoreboard now, brought to you today by Pepsi. You can see from Thursday night a big win from Mississippi Valley State, knocking off Alabama A&M. How about this one? Two former Houston Oilers matching up. Alabama State versus Prairie View A&M. Bubba McDowell taking on Eddie Robinson Jr. Big game. Prairie View out in front 14-0. If they win the West. Also, Texas Southern with a big lead at the half, 31-7 over Arkansas Pine Bluff. And then you see Florida A&M pitching a shutout there, 17-zip over Bethune-Cookman. So coming up next week now, slate of upcoming games also brought to you by Pepsi. November 23rd, Thanksgiving Day. I'll be calling that game. Tuskegee taking on Alabama State. Another chance to see our buddy Eddie Robinson Jr. And then November 25th at 2 p.m., the annual Bayou City Classic. Bayou Classic, always a fun one there. And as you can see, the halftime stats from our game. We're 14-14 at the half. John Henry, what do you make of these statistics?
It's a great game right now. It's a great game. So we're looking at it right now. Whoever controls the ball in the second half will win the game.
And there's no surprise that the time of possession would favor Jackson State at 16:37. They had those two really, really long drives there. And, of course, ALCORN State did a great job of passing the football. And as we said, for ALCORN State, they have to win and hope Prairie View loses to be the champions in the West. Right now, of course, as we showed you, Prairie View out in front, 14-0 in their game versus Alabama State. Of course, we are all tied here. So right now, that scenario doesn't look like it's going to happen right now. You never can tell. We've got a whole half of football left to be played. So ALCORN State has a lot to play for here in the second half, because above all, they have to take care of their business and then check the scoreboard after it's all said and done.
Yes, sir.
And here's the SWAC standings I'm telling you about. Look in the West. The East is already wrapped up. That's all Florida A&M. They put that thing on ice. But over in the West, ALCORN State and Prairie View has come down to this week. Prairie View right now up in their game, 14-0. Should they hang on, they would win the West. However, if Alabama State came back and beat Prairie View, then an ALCORN State won against Jackson State, ALCORN would be the champions in the West. So it's kind of laid out there. It's pretty clear cut, but if you're ALCORN State, you just got to win and hope for the best on the scoreboard. Right now, they are tied 14-14 with Jackson State as we get set to start the second half. Give me some of your impressions of the first half. What do you think about the first half?
So I really do think the quarterback for Jackson State very, very important. Very important and is relaxed in the pocket, just as well as Allen is also too. I know they want to get the ball down the field, and I know they want to have a running game too. But the keys to the game is if you protect the football, and with all those fumbles that were going on in the second quarter, you got to be sound and basically just run the ball.
Well, you're exactly right. Jacoby and Morgan from Jackson State and Aaron Allen for ALCORN State played a huge role in the first half. Allen threw the ball extremely well, but you talked to me, we talked about it during the break. Jacoby and Morgan did a great job of managing the game and running the offense for Jackson State.
That is correct. Very coachable player, like we said before in the beginning. He just go along with what's going on as far as coaching game plan. They'll be fine.
So Alcorn State will get the football to start the third quarter off here. We're a 14-14 game. Butch Alcindor along with John Henry Mills, former Houston Oilers Pro Bowler, calling this one for you as they get set to kick it off. And Dylan Watson's kick is going to be deep. And so they will go take over on the 25-yard line. Will Alcorn State to get the third quarter underway. And if you look back at the way they started the game, I wouldn't be surprised if Alcorn went back to some of what was working for them early in the
And that's running the ball with Howard, and putting the ball in his hand as many times as he can, whether that's out of the backfield on the flare route or up the middle on a couple of zone plays, and then taking shots down the field. So we'll see what happens here.
Aaron Allen had 142 yards passing and a touchdown in the first half. And Howard did a good job in the backfield. Also under pressure that time, Allen dumps it off to Howard, and that is exactly the way they started off the game, except they got a little better result to start off the game.
Exactly. He would have missed tackle in the beginning of the game, but right there, they were heads-up play by number 11. Isaac Spencer? Yeah, that was Spencer.
Tim Stewart on defense.
Stewart. They got same numbers. Can confuse me. They're number 11.
Yeah, they started those double number things. That can be a tough one. So Tim Stewart on defense. So call it 2nd and 10. No gain on that dump off to Jarvion Howard. And Aaron Allen fires a strike to a wide open tight end, and he's going to have a huge gain. That is Tavarius Griffin. Truck Griffin.
Yeah, Truck.
Truck has got to get making his presence felt now on the field.
Well, the tight end seam right down the middle of the field. Wide open.
So a big first down right there for the Braves from Alcorn State. They go back to Howard, still fighting his way for that extra yardage. How about Jarvion Howard?
Like I said, get the ball in his hand and let him work. He's the kind of kid that can carry a load for a team.
Howard with the carry. Doing a great job there. That pass was 27 yards to Truck right over the middle. The middle was wide open, and Aaron Allen exploited it right there with that pass to Tavarius Griffin. So 2nd and 3 now for the Braves as they start the second half on a drive. He turns and gives to Howard, who's still on his feet. Howard has the first down and a lot more. But that's what that young man is capable of right there. Some good, hard, tough running inside.
Reminds me of Earl Campbell. Just get the ball in his hand and let him do his work. He's like I said, he's the type of kid you can put the ball in his hand and he can carry the load.
This drive started on their own 25-yard line after Dylan Watson's kick went out of the back of the end zone. So it's a good drive so far for Alcorn State. Allen going downfield, has his man open. It's Hunt again, and Hunt is hunting for a touchdown, and he has it. Aaron Allen to Montario Hunt for the touchdown, and right away, Alcorn State starts the second half off with the touchdown pass.
There you go. First down, take a shot down the field. Looks like there's a busted coverage. He's throwing his hands up like, hey, I'm supposed to help over the top, but there's no help.
33 yards on that touchdown pass from Aaron Allen to Montario Hunt. The second time they connected today. The first time it was a 55-yard touchdown pass. So Alcorn State starts the second half exactly the way they started the game, on a touchdown drive. 21-14, Braves out in front.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
There you see the ALCORN State faithful taking in the game at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium today, and they watched their team go on a big scoring drive. 5 plays, 75 yards. It took 2 minutes and 17 seconds before Aaron Allen hooked up with Montario Hunt for the second time today, a 33-yard touchdown pass, and that was an impressive drive.
Definitely impressive drive. That's the way they started the game in the beginning. I think they're going to go back to it. Hey, keep Howard in the game, run the ball a little bit, and take shots downfield.
So the kick is going to come down at about the 8-yard line. And the Tigers are trying to make a return, and they get a good return down the sidelines. Finally going to be pushed out of bounds. But a nice return over there by Hunt. Number 85, Andre Hunt. On the return, picking up some big yards for Jackson State. Haven't heard from him in a while. Early in the year, he was a big part of the passing game, and really haven't seen much from him lately, but there he was on the kickoff return. So now the question is, can Jacoby and Morgan and the Tigers answer the scoring drive?
I think they can. I mean, they're gonna be methodical. Try to keep the ball in the quarterback's hand and run the ball here and there, roll out here and there, and just take some time off the clock. Because as you can see, Alcorn State is a quick scoring offense. So we're gonna have to control the ball here. We can't give them the ball back.
But there was a penalty on the kickoff return, and that's going to back up the Tigers all the way to the 10-yard line. So that is where they will start 1st and 10 on this drive with 12:34 to go here in the third quarter. So Morgan, he's looking up top, looking deep down the sideline, and he overshoots his man. Was trying to get that to Fabian McCray, but just the idea of him going downfield is going to give the defense something to think about.
Definitely. Like I said, they want to get the ball in Fabian's hand for sure. That's why they took a shot on the first down. But they got to run the ball here. Take some time off the clock.
Ezekiel Johnson in the backfield, the 5'9", 190-pound freshman. He's to the left of Morgan, and Morgan gives him the ball, and he breaks it off to the left. I'm not sure that wasn't supposed to go to the right, and he just broke it off to the left.
I think so, too. I think he put his foot in the ground and took the first opening hole.
You run the daylight, young man. That's what you do. Picked up a big run there. It's going to make it a 2nd and 4 with the Tigers on offense. So that was an instinctive run by the freshman.
Empty formation?
Yeah. Going to spread them out, spread the field out. Don't be surprised if Morgan doesn't keep this one on a 2nd and 4. Tigers got the ball at the 16-yard line. And there was a design play for the quarterback, and Morgan runs it, and he's such a load, he's going to turn it into a huge gain. When you got a quarterback that's 6'4" and 230 pounds, nothing wrong with spreading the field out and letting him do his thing.
We did say it early, he's a better runner than passer.
He picked up the first down right there for the Tigers. So Jackson State, with the ball deep in their own territory, came up with the first down. And now Morgan will pass it on after the first down. And he goes deep, and he just missed his man.
Quick flag out.
He was trying to hit Kobe Paul down the sidelines, but there is a flag down on the play.
21 had looked up.
And we will see what Bobby Wright and company is going to go against the offense.
Yeah, holding on 54.
So a holding called against Jackson State, and that will back them up after they picked up a big first down. 64 was the guilty party. Deontay Graham, the big 6'5", 307-pounder, called for holding on the play. So Morgan dumps off a screen pass to Spencer. Spencer shakes one tackler. Spencer breaks another tackler. Here we go. Spencer in the open field, and he's caught from behind and dropped. But Isaiah Spencer, he's a kick returner also, and you saw a little bit of his kick return abilities right there in the open field.
Definitely. Little tunnel screen, motion out of the backfield, going one way, get misdirection, and come back with a tunnel screen underneath. Great blocking by the O-line right there. And then just, put the ball in the player's hand. Let him make something happen.
What do playmakers do? They make plays, and that's what Isaiah Spencer did right there. That's a huge gain by Isaiah Spencer. Spencer, 46 yards on the play. He caught it at the JSU 12 and advanced it all the way to the 39-yard line. And right now we have a timeout on the field. 10:48 to go here in the third quarter. Ben, what good execution also by Jacoby and Morgan. Because that play seems like such a simple play, but the timing has to be perfect.
Definitely, just so the linemen are not downfield blocking, so you definitely have to get the ball out as quick as you can. And as you can see, Jackson State is still controlling the ball and running some time off that clock.
You know, one of the things T.C. Taylor, and we've seen an example of it in this game, he tells his offense all the time, you guys just need to relax and play because our defense is such an opportunistic defense. They're going to give you some extra chances. And when you approach a game like that, you can relax and come up with big plays like they just got that last play to Isaiah Spencer. That's the biggest play of the game so far for T.C. Taylor and the Jackson State Tigers. 46 yards on the pass completion. And now we're ready to get back to the live action on the field. First and 10 for Jacoby and Morgan and the Jackson State offense. Morgan looking downfield again. Cranks it a long way. And contact, the receiver goes down.
No flag.
But it's called an incomplete pass. He's trying to go back to Isaiah Spencer again.
Exactly. Maybe a little incidental contact, but I think a flag should have been thrown. But it might have been an uncatchable pass. That's why they didn't throw it. But I'm sure the replay shows something different.
That was deep up the middle for Spencer again. So 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers from Jackson State. A little roll to the right for Morgan. Has a man open. He completes the pass right at the sticks. And it's another first down for Jackson State.
I think that's one of the best plays that they got in their repertoire. It's that rollout pass. Seal the edge and roll out.
Fabian McCray on the catch that time for Jackson State. It picks up the first down for the Tigers. So Tigers just about in the red zone again as Morgan will pass it down the sideline. And a little miscommunication there between receiver and quarterback. Morgan, I think, thought he was going to continue down the sideline. Fabian McCray hooked it inside, and just a little miscommunication on that one. But I don't know about you, but Morgan looks like he's playing with so much more confidence here in the second half than the first half, especially throwing the football. The current Jackson State drive, 7 plays, 64 yards. Keep in mind, it started on the 10-yard line after the penalty. So Morgan and company on 2nd and 10. He's going to keep it. Has some room. Morgan tried to spin around, and then that's when he got in trouble there. Number 11, Jacques Dew, coming in to finish him off. And somebody's injured. Maybe Morgan down there. I can't really see the number. That would be a big blow to the Jackson State offense.
Moving around like he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
take another look. John Henry right here. He's carrying the football. Then he tries to spin. May have been a knee to the chest. We don't want to speculate too much.
His throwing arm. Looks like he came over the top of him. That second man in.
Yeah, he's trying to shake it off, looking better and better as he gets closer to the sideline.
So is that Jason Brown coming in?
You know, Jason Brown was the starting quarterback for most of the year and was replaced by Morgan 4 games ago. So Jason Brown actually played very well, and we will see who they sent in.
There's Jason.
Jason Brown, number 4, didn't have much of an opportunity to warm up, so wouldn't that be a TC Taylor surprise if he threw the ball coming in cold off the sideline? Yeah, no, but Brown has a lot of experience. Over 1,300 yards passing this year.
You're right, Butch.
Try to catch him off guard. Brown fires, tip pass, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Braves. Number 2, Terrence Ellis, their leading tackler. That's the gamble you take, though. You got a guy coming in cold. The pass is tipped up and intercepted by Terrence Ellis for a huge turnover for the Braves from Alcorn State. What a drive by Jackson State from their own 10. Took it all the way down in scoring territory. Let's take another look.
It looks like he was throwing into traffic, so there's quite a bit of players around him.
Yeah, Duke Miller was in the vicinity. Duke, we thought, would be out for the game. He was a game-time decision, so he's playing good block. Number 59 got his hands on that one. That is Devin Dawson, who got his hands up and blocked that pass. Jason Brown tried to gun it in there. Dawson swatted it up, and a nice interception by Terrence Ellis, who came into this game with 82 tackles, leading the Braves in tackles. He's a transfer from Rice.
Okay.
And he's done a great job this year for Alcorn State. So 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Alcorn with the football deep in their own territory. But that's going to sting right there. Morgan is injured on the play. He has to leave the game, and Brown's pass is tipped up and intercepted. So Aaron Allen to pass, and he overshoots his man near the sidelines. It's going to go down as an incomplete pass. He's trying to hit Rogers over there.
A little blitz by Arrington. Get the ball out quick.
So 3rd and 9 coming up for the Braves now. We've talked a little bit about how opportunistic the Jackson State defense can be. We just saw the Alcorn State defense come up with a very opportunistic play. Now can Jackson State return the flavor here on 3rd and 9? They're going to go to the running play. And they go to Howard, and Howard's going to pick up just a couple inside, a safe play. And the Braves will punt the football back, but that defensive interception saved them some points as Jackson State was on a heck of a drive.
Great job by Jackson State's defense, giving and stopping them right there also to give them the chance to get the ball back with a decent field position.
So Caleb Darbone comes in to punt the football out of his own end zone.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some pressure here.
They're lined up for it. Good snap.
Hold up.
And Darbone's kick is away. Oh, and what a big hit on the punt return.
I'm going to call targeting on that.
And as number 29 starts to celebrate, you're right. I mean, that was a big, big hit on the play. And that was Robert McDaniel with a big smack on that play. Wow. Robert McDaniel with a big hit on the punt return, and the flag went down immediately.
Did they pick it up?
First and 10. It was
they're
against
marking
the
it off.
defense. Yeah, it's against the defense there. And it was probably did not give him enough room to field the punt. Yes. But what a stick. That's going to be a big break for Jackson State, though. They're going to tack on to what would have already have been good field position, and now they're going to have even better field position with the ball on ALCORN State's side of the field. And Fred McNair does not like the call. And he's letting Bobby Wright know about it.
Just remember, Morgan had a big hit on that last play before he came out. He's still working that arm, guys, so I don't know if he's fully healthy yet.
Well, I'm watching Fred McNair there, and then that is... I don't know if I've never ever seen Fred that upset, so there's something that he did not like at all. As Jacobian Morgan comes over to the sidelines, he's 10 of 15 today, 113 yards, most of that in the second half. 21-14 is our score. We're going to pause for a break and come back with more third quarter action in just a minute.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
For a limited time, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us. Only on Verizon.
Please be a phone. Please be a phone. Is it a phone?
Ooh, it smells like a catnip toy from Chewy.
That's not a phone.
Get up to 40% off gifts that bring the most joy at Chewy.
This is better than toilet paper.
Get great deals on gifts that deliver excitement at Chewy.
Competitive eater Joey Chestnut does it like a champ. Call me Joey Pistachio. Wonderful pistachios. Get cracking.
Huh. How long have you been tracking our car's value with Carvana?
Just like 7 months.
Should we sell it?
We hold.
Hold. Silver vans are going for more right now. Should we? Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
Depreciation's really heating up. You think?
We just did 2.5%. Now.
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections, half price. Half off a Presto Pizza Pizzazz, $44.99. And this Fisher-Price tractor gift set, $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Plus, donate new unwrapped toys to Kids Helping Kids, and we'll match gifts up to $250,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
Becca?
Oh, hi.
Hi. I'm Brian.
Brian.
Punt return by Julian Smith of Jackson State with the coverage coming from Alcorn's Robert McDaniel.
Like you said, I mean, I understand when Fred's upset. That's a bang-bang play. That's a hard play, and it was definitely not helmet to helmet, so it wasn't targeting. So I can understand why he's upset. I mean, don't take the game out of the player's hand. Let him play.
Yeah, that was kick-catch interference was the call on the play. So Darbone's punt went 39 yards, and they called him for interfering with the punt returner's ability to catch the ball, and Fred McNair did not agree with the call at all. And that's a good sign for Jackson State right there. Jacobian Morgan back on the field. We were watching him on the sideline during the break, and they were attending to that right shoulder. It looked like they were trying to either put a pad underneath there or pull a pad down. But he's back on the field.
I wouldn't be surprised that Alcorn put some pressure on him right now just to test that arm or just test him. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, they may come after him. You're exactly right about that. 7:24 to go here in the third quarter. And Alcorn State, you see T.C. Taylor there on the sideline in his first season as head coach over at Jackson State. His team 7-3 on the year. He would love to win today to finish with an 8-3 mark. His team played well this year. They really, really played well. Had a couple of games. Those 3 games could have been either way. Went either way. So here we go on 1st and 10 and into the backfield. Johnson is dropped. And what a big play by the defense. Looked like a jailbreak. Keywayne Jones, one of the young men in the backfield. Let's take a look at who got there first.
So all he did is, just a missed block up front. He didn't block down the A gap, but you have to block the A gap before you block anything else.
Well, Keywayne Jones, it looked like he was shot out of a cannon. All 6'1", 300 pounds of him, and that's a big loss. Loss of 4 on the play. And Morgan will pass it on 2nd down. Fires down the field, has a man, and it's a touchdown. Morgan to Fabian McCray. Woo. And if that shoulder is bothering him, it did not show on that pass. A beautiful strike to McCray, who's open for the touchdown for Jackson State.
Great protection here.
But there is a flag, and I don't know if it was after the touchdown or not. We're going to have to see what the officials say.
Unsportsmanlike, because he took his helmet off. That's the only thing I saw.
That touchdown pass from Morgan was 38 yards to Fabian McCray. He caught it on the 3 and then walked on in for the touchdown. So here comes the extra point attempt to tie this game at 21 apiece. Dylan Wasson on to kick for the Jackson State Tigers. Low snap, but a good hold. Wasson's kick is up, and it is true. And just like that, we're tied at 21-21. 6:39 to go in the 3rd. It's a brand new ball game.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Doritos created Solid Black in 2021 to help fuel the initiatives of black leaders seeking to drive real change. And this year, Doritos Solid Black is welcoming 16 new change makers to the program. We are Solid Black.
Huge play coming up.
Talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
HBCUs are anchored by legacy. They nurture the talent and determination of their students and prepare them for a bright future. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program has and still believes in the excellence of HBCUs, committed not just in speech, but through the revitalization and upgrades of the campuses these students call home. Building, planting, tilling the dream, all hearts and countless volunteers on the ground. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Well, if you were wondering whether or not Jacobian Morgan's shoulder was still bothering him, I think he answered those questions on that 38-yard touchdown pass. The drive, only 2 plays, 33 yards, took 45 seconds, and the pass went 38 yards to Fabian McCray to tie this ball game up at 21. There was a penalty on that drive that affected the yardage. And here comes Rogers with a nice kickoff return. Brings it all the way back over the 40 before he's pushed out of bounds. So ALCORN State comes up right away with a big play to compensate for the touchdown by Jackson State.
Great field position. Great position. I thought it almost got another 15 yards right there from a late hit out of bounds.
It was very close over there on the sideline. So now we'll see what Aaron Allen and company can do. Can they get the Braves offense cranked up again. They start with Nico Duffy in the backfield. He's to Allen's right, and Duffy will get the handoff, and Duffy is going to pick up 4 yards on the carry on first down. So plenty of time left to go in this game. I mean, both teams, it's like a prize fight, like a big championship prize fight. They keep slugging it out. And every time you think one team's got the advantage, we come back and we look up and it's a tie ball game.
It looks like whoever has the ball last is going to win the game.
So 2nd and 6 now for the Braves from Alcorn State. Aaron Allen looking to throw it. Fires a strike, has a man open. That is a good catch by Rogers. Malik Rogers hauls it in. The junior from Pearland, Texas, a transfer from Tulsa.
Complete to Rogers.
Came into this game with 24 catches on the year, so he's done a little better than that.
Great route combination. Tight end clears out the middle, and slot comes in and comes right behind him on a little in route. Perfect pass, perfect throw, perfect catch.
So a first down. Now they go back to the big back as Jarvion Howard comes in, and he gets to test the middle of that line as he surges forward for a short gain on first down.
Jarvion Howard carries for Alcorn.
Jarvion Howard, a transfer from Syracuse also when he first came over to Alcorn State. He's a good receiver, too. He came into the game with 183 receiving yards to go with his over 700 yards rushing.
Wow.
So on 2nd and 4, Allen will throw it again. And he goes downfield for a strike, and he almost had his man. And there comes the flag. So pass interference is called. He was trying to hit Malik Rogers down the sidelines. Rogers called it right away. He got up wanting the flag, and then it came down.
Let's take a look at this. Great pickup on the blitz. Okay, that right hand pulled back on the backside of his shoulder pads. That's what he did. That's where he got it. So they saw it on the backside.
That is our referee, Bobby Wright, with the call. I could sit here and watch Aaron Allen throw the ball all day. I just love his release of the football.
Great arc on that ball, too, to give that receiver a chance to catch the ball also on that backside shoulder.
And he is so accurate with the ball. I mean, even with the pass interference, the ball was right in there. Rogers still had an opportunity to make the catch.
Definitely.
So make it 1st and 10 with the ball on the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Braves. They go back to Howard. And Howard just fighting his way inside for the tough yardage.
You're going to keep giving him the ball.
Howard carries 12 yards.
He's one of those guys that the first man there hardly ever brings him down. I mean, he's a guy you got to gang tackle, you have to run, you have to get everybody to the football and put a hat on.
Definitely.
So 2nd and 6. Alcorn State in the red zone. Ball at about the 12-yard line now. As you see Aaron Allen looking over to the sidelines to get the play. Howard will start to his right. Fakes it to Howard this time. Fires into the end zone, and it's caught, but caught out of bounds.
That's what I was, yes.
So that's going to be an incomplete pass. Was trying to hit the big tight end to Varius Griffin. Good defense over there by Jackson State.
If he catches the first time, it's definitely a touchdown. But he bobbled it right there on the second catch. Catch come down. Great play by the defender also.
You're right. That is Guthrie, who came over and saved the touchdown. Isaias Guthrie, had he not come in there and knocked the ball out, it was going to be a touchdown.
Definitely. Definitely touchdown.
That ball, again, very accurate from Aaron Allen. So now, 3rd and 6 for a first down, 12 for a touchdown. Into the end zone, wide open is his man for a touchdown. That's Malik Rogers from Aaron Allen. And once again, the Braves have 6 more on the board.
A little bunch formation right there. Busted coverage, I think, because the safety. Let's look at it. Yeah, safety came up on the crossing route in the beginning and left the slot receiver wide open on the seam.
Well, Rogers, he does a great job at just getting on the ground after making the catch. We saw that earlier in the drive. And you know what? You know, coaches love to see that because sometimes, now we have a guy that jumps for Jackson State, and the extra point attempt is blocked.
Don't see a flag.
Picked up by the Tigers. Let's see exactly what they got going on here because that's going to be a big call here.
He definitely jumped off sides.
There we go. Yes, it's down. He was offside. He was way offside. And a big play, so they'll get to redo that again. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, on the left of your screen. Good block by Hazel.
Tim Stewart initiated the jump.
But it'll come back. Yeah, penalty against Tim Stewart, so they'll redo the extra point again. So Noah Kiani will get another shot at it, trying to give his team a 7-point lead. Kiani's kick this time. Kiani's kick is good. And it's 28-21, Alcorn State, the Braves moving out in front. But that was a very impressive drive by the Braves from Alcorn State.